Hello guys, we're decorating another cake today. This is a 7-inch chocolate sponge with a semi-sweet chocolate ganache filling. Well, it's kind of semi-sweet, more on the sweet side. I did add more milk chocolate into this one because the customer is an 18-year-old and I know when I was 18, I didn't want to taste no bit of dark chocolate. No, thank you. Now for the design, it's actually a star cake. And before you say, that's not even a star shape, listen to me. I have done a real star before and icing that thing was so time consuming and so difficult trying to get all the sharp edges. So I just wanted to make my life a little bit easier and do a more curved baby fat star instead. I was also following an inspiration pic. I'll put it right here. And as you can see, this one is also very curved. So don't come at me. So for the crumb coat, I was initially going to do it in ganache, but it was kind of tricky and I wasn't really feeling it. So I just mixed up the leftover ganache and some buttercream and I used that instead. And as you can see, it was a lot easier to use and I was able to get some really nice sharp edges. Also, this is how I make my chocolate buttercream. It's just my mock Swiss meringue buttercream mixed with some ganache. And when I tell you it tastes I said ganazing. Amazing. I meant amazing. But if you do want the recipe to my buttercream, ganache, some decorating tips, and so much more, you can find it in my ebook, which is linked in my bio. Now for the final coat, I mixed up this gorgeous red color. And because of the irregular shape, the buttercream started sliding down the sides and it was just giving...
Long live the king.
Nah, guys, I showed my brother that because I was super proud of that edit and he was like, that was such a millennial joke. I'm not even a millennial. What the heck? I'm fighting for my life over here. Anyway, like I said, I'm doing the final coat and because there wasn't any sharp edges, it was really easy to ice. And if you're wondering, but Jane, you cut off so much of the cake, what a waste. No, not a waste because I packaged up the rest, wrapped it up in cling film and I gave it to the customer. Last time I mentioned doing this, everyone from America was like, you'd have to pay extra for that in my country. Huh? Is everything okay at home? Why are you paying extra for scraps from your cake? That's the type of greed they talk about in the Bible. But yeah, cutting the cake was actually the longest bit. After I did that, the rest of the decorating process went super quickly. I only used a 4B piping tip for the big shells and then a 32 piping tip for the smaller shells. And as I was piping, I was watching The $1 Million Secret on Netflix. Really good show, but I just can't be on something like that. Like, I am such a bad liar. You can literally read it on my face. I would flop so bad. But for the decor, she wanted some glitter cherries. I have gotten some questions asked about how I make these. I literally just dip the cherries in the glitter. Like, it's not hard, I promise. I then added some red bows and then some gold sprinkles as well. This cake is for a returning customer. She did order her birthday cake from me last year too, and she is obsessed with butterflies, so I obviously had to add it in this order. Now for the final touches, I added on a heavy pump of my finishing sparkle all over the cake, and then I placed on this cake topper that I made. I'm still not loving making cake toppers, but I only had to make this once, so it's an improvement, that's for sure. But here is a final spin of the cake. It's so cute. And although it's not super sharp, you can still tell it's a star, right? In fact, if you can't, don't say anything. Don't tell me. Okay, fine, you can tell me. I'm open to criticism. But regardless, I am obsessed with this cake. I think it's so gorgeous. My customer loved it as well. Imagine, repeat customer, and she drove over an hour to collect it. I must be doing something right? But as always, let me know what you guys think of this cake and I'll see you in the next one. Oh, look how good that sponge looks. Bye, cuties.